I've just finished, finally, after 2 weeks, The Woman in Suite 11, which is the follow-up to Ruth Ware's novel, The Woman in Cabin 10. And if you haven't read it, The Woman in Cabin 10 was fantastic, every step of the way. And anytime people talk to me about going on a cruise, I say, have you read The Woman in Cabin 10? And they usually, unfortunately, say no. And I said, read that, and then talk to me about it again. And so I was thrilled, of course, when I found out The Woman in Suite 11 was coming. And after 2 weeks of reading it, I am not disappointed, as usual. Ruth Ware, she continues to deliver time after time, from the very first book I read by her, In a Dark, Dark Wood, I believe, to this book I've just finished. And I unfortunately haven't even read all of her novels. I've read many of them, but not all of them. She never fails to deliver. She never fails to keep it exciting. And my God, it's always fantastic. I can say that honestly about every novel I've ever read that she's written. And I really just have one question for you, Ruth, wherever you are out there. My God, when is The Woman in Unit 12 coming? Because I'm fucking ready. I'm so fucking ready.
The writing, vibrant, intriguing, captivating. The mystery, only ever predictable until you realize it's not, because of course it's not. Always a twist waiting in the shadows. The characters, complex, mesmerizing, and the kind of people who make you root for versions of morality you never would have considered before. The Woman in Cabin 10 was fantastic. I still reference it regularly in daily conversations. The novel was a follow-up to that fantastic piece of work, and it lived up to every page in the former novel. I joked that the only question I have for Ruth Ware at this point is, when is The Woman in Unit 12 coming out? I think I'm only half joking though, because I know if she went there, she would be able to create another work just as wonderful as the previous two. Ruth Ware has been one of my favorite authors for a very long time, and it is writing like this and her continued ability to produce quality writing that keeps you captivated that sits at the core of why she is one of my favorite authors. Pick up this book. If you haven't read the previous book, put it back down and read the previous book, but then pick up this book again, because it is not going to waste even a moment of your time. I promise you that it will be worth it.